What is up, everybody? It is Nathan Payne, and everybody, today is the weekly batch call, all right? Look, there's a huge problem I keep seeing over and over and over again as I talk to people that are trying to get into wholesaling. The problem is they don't know what to say to sellers. They don't know how to take action. They don't know what to do to get a deal, all right? Let me tell you one thing really quick. It doesn't matter if you're new. It doesn't matter what action you take. It just matters that you take action. Obviously, the action you take in the beginning is going to be wrong 99% of the time. You don't know what you're doing. It's okay, but you need to take action. And that is what I'm going to show you today. So if you are interested in learning how to take action, what's going to help you get there, well, thanks to Batchleads giving me this opportunity to come to you weekly, I'm going to show you exactly how to take action, how to make offers. We're going to start with our Batchleads account, okay? Now, there's a couple things you can do in Batchleads. You can go, and if you have dough, you can pull a list and you can skip trace the list, right? And if you don't have dough, you'd be able to just go search, and it shows you properties that are listed on the MLS, all right? So I am looking for properties in DeKalb, Henry County, and Clayton County area that meet a certain criteria. So let me go here. I'm going to filter. I want anything that specifically buys in this area. They don't want anything older than 1965, so that's the minimum. They want 3 beds, 2 baths. They want single family. They want over 1,000 square feet, and they want it to rent for a certain percentage, okay? Now, I don't know if there's a filter on here that tells you the percentage. I don't care if it's occupied either. I just want to talk to somebody right now. Let's freaking get someone on the phone. Let's see what we got. Wow, look at all this. Time to get up, step up, make some offers, all right? I got buyers. Let's get it. Let's call that agent, all right? Let's see. Gabriel Whitfield, what you got for me? We're going to make this man an offer. I have not researched the property. I could care less about the property. I'm going to call, and I'm just going to say, hey, let's make a deal happen. All right. Let's give her a call. Hello?
Hey, Nathan. This is Gabrielle Whitfield.
I'm so glad to hear from you. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Do you have a couple minutes to chat? I wanted to ask you about your listing.
Yeah, before we start and talk a lot, it is on a contract.
Oh, did I get there too late?
Yes, sir. We had offers and showings like crazy.
I bet you did. It seemed like a good property. How long ago did it go under contract?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. So it was recently.
You know, most fixer-uppers are, I don't know, I don't get a lot. But I can keep you putty under my contacts if you're looking for fixer-uppers.
Yeah.
There's a short due diligence period on this contract, so it's 5 days. Are you an agent?
I'm an investor.
I can let you know if it falls through after 5 days, you know.
I would really love that
Thanks.
because I would love to come in as a backup because I know that sometimes these fall through, especially sometimes investors, they just go in there, they lock it up, and then they try to back out
Well,
if they can't
See,
renegotiate.
this is not an investor. So they came in pretty high with the contract, with the offer price. So,
Oh, that's good.
but if it falls through, I think I got one more person to call.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll definitely give you a call.
I appreciate it. Okay, well, you have a great day, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Sure. You too, Nathan.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what a sweetheart, huh? I knew she was. So I'm going to text her my contact info. I'm going to put her in my CRM. We're going to follow up because I'd love to work with her, right? What are we doing? We're looking for deals. That's it. We're looking for deals. Whether it's MLS, whether it's on market, off market, blah, blah, blah. That's what we do. All right, so let's make some more calls. We ain't done. That was good, though. I'm starting to get more texts. Oh, we got another one. Let's see. Hello?
Oh, hey, you have a missed call from this number?
Yeah, I was calling about the property that you have listed. So I'm an investor. I'm out of Salt Lake City, Utah, but I'm looking to invest in this area. This one looks like it needs some work and it looks like it can rent for around $1,800 a month. So tell me about this one. I'm curious. It does look like a property that wholesaled, and if you listed it, did they not want to go through quick cash offer?
No, it didn't. This probably got some challenges. It's in the flood zone. I don't think you'll want to touch this one.
Do you feel like this one is going to be, like, because of that issue, it's just going to be harder to move?
No, I got somebody right now that's looking into it.
If we were able to work something out, you could represent me and get both sides of the commission if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, shoot me your information.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I look forward to working with you, man. Let's do some deals together. All right. So what I'm going to do is I need to put all these people's contact info. I have it on my phone, but I got to put it on my CRM because I want to keep track of all these dope agents who are easy to work with. Now, look, I haven't made an offer. I'd like to have made an offer, but that one that I just talked about, the guy's like, you know, it's in the flood zone. And I know that the hedge fund that I work that do deals with, they don't buy flood zones. Let's see. Oh, there's another call. Let's see. I'll take calls all day. Hello?
Hey, this is Jared with Keller Williams calling you back about the 4019 Ranger Road.
Yeah, Jared, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, so my name's Nathan. I'm just to let you know, I'm an investor. I live in Salt Lake City, but I'm investing in Atlanta right now. It's really hard to find cash flowing in Utah. This one seems like a good option of like buying it and then fixing it up and then renting it. Yeah, but I wanted to kind of chat with you about it. Do you work with investors like me?
I actually do.
Just to let you know what I know, that's why I started in DeKalb and Clayton and Henry County in these areas, is because they're a little lower on the price range and you can still rent them out for a decent amount. So you're getting kind of close to the 1% rule if you can buy it at the right price. That's why I'm calling, trying to work deals in this area.
Okay. Yeah. That particular house is under contract.
Did it just go under contract?
I think we finally, so I ended up, that thing got blown up over the weekend.
Yeah.
We ended up with several offers, and I guess it went binding either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Maybe early Wednesday might have been it, but yeah.
Do they have a short due diligence period, or do you think there's any chance that there might back out, or probably not?
I don't know. It's a 4-day due diligence period. They had their home inspection this morning.
Okay.
So I don't know what will happen of it. You know, she is moving pretty fast.
Yeah, it sounds like it. 4 days is pretty short time, especially if it's not like an investor.
Yeah, that's one reason why we went with this offer. It actually wasn't the highest numbers wise.
Yeah.
But it had the best terms, and they were able to give my folks a couple of days kind of hold over. And the person has a good steady job also. They're a government employee. They're not going anywhere.
For sure. I'm just curious, as I make investments like in this area, make offers, like what is usually like appealing? Because I want to win more. You said that it wasn't the highest offer, but it had good terms.
Yeah, it was. I don't mind sharing it all. I mean, to me, it's an all in education. Like I said, I invest and help quite a bit of investors, and I'm happy to share what I see. But in this instance, and this was fully like my seller's decision, I actually tried to get her to go with one of the higher ones.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So this one, it is actually an FHA buyer, which again, I'm shocked about, but they were willing to take on an FHA buyer. This particular lady, she has a lot of closing costs, but she also has a lot of cash reserves. So we were okay kind of taking that. She was very flexible on time frame. So she basically gave the closing day that we wanted, which is the same day as their purchase.
Got it.
She was also willing to use the same attorney that we were using for that.
That's helpful.
And then she also gave them like a 3-day temporary occupancy. So they have the weekend to back things up and to get out for close.
Okay.
Yep. So that was very helpful. I think made a difference too is that she was the first offer in. And I think that they gave some weight to that.
Yeah.
Just with the speed. She was quick and easy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and her agent was very responsive when I would call and ask questions. She was very responsive and gave honest answers. And then that was big for anytime I get an offer, I always call and talk to the lenders. They don't answer the phone, it's an immediate turn off.
Yeah, no, that's true. You know, especially if they don't answer, it's like, hey, this might be a little bit more difficult of a process if they're hard to talk to.
Yeah, like one of the higher offers that we had, I ended up playing phone tag for the better part of a day just trying to get them.
Yeah, that's frustrating too. Do you think sometimes they make those higher offers to just, you know, maybe tie it up and do a little bit more research on it? I always wonder about that. Like if they're just trying to like bide their time.
I think everybody that we had here was an owner occupied.
That's good.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised about that. I kind of figured at this price point that we would have been inundated with investors.
Yeah, it's a great price point for the area. It needs a little bit of work, I would think, just looking at the pictures. That's why I called.
Yeah, and it probably does need some. He's done a fair amount to it.
Well, if you can keep me in mind and maybe save my contact info, I'm aggressively looking for like rentals in this area. I know you said you work more in Athens, but if you find anything and find a seller that doesn't necessarily want to take it to market and just wants a quick offer, I can be really responsive and just shoot you over some that work for me.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You know, if you find me anything that can be a good return on my investment, whether I flip it or I rent it, like I'm open to look outside of this area. I just primarily looking here because I thought that this would be a good investment area, right? If you're finding stuff in Athens around that area, I'll definitely look at it and shoot you an offer if it works for me.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And if you don't mind, if you can send me your information, just text it all over.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if I come across anything, I'll let you know.
Well, Jared, I appreciate your time. Let me send you that info and let's keep in touch.
Yeah, sure will. I appreciate it.
Okay, have a good one. Man, I like Jared. He's a great guy. All right, everybody. So, hey, that's networking, right? That's calling people, making offers. That's it. That was good. I had a good time. I enjoy that. The more you do that, the more you put yourself out there, the more deals you're going to do. We're looking for deals in Atlanta. Let's get it done.